In this video, I'll walk you through the standalone chart page on ThinkTickle. This isn't the side panel chart you see on the scanner, this is the full charting surface. 6 time frames, 17 indicator toggles, click-to-draw tools, anchored VWAP, volume profile, an AI forecast overlay, and a one-button explain that runs the current chart through the historical pattern engine and reads it back to you in plain English. Charts lives at the chart route. Hit it without a symbol and it auto-redirects to SPY so you always land on something. The URL pattern is chart/ticker, so you can bookmark or deep link any symbol directly. Header reads ThinkTickle with the chart subtitle. Next to it, the standard navigation. Below the header is the symbol row. A symbol input on the left, type any ticker, press enter, the URL updates and the chart refetches. Next to it, a row of 10 quick picks, SPY QQQ, AAPL, NVDA, TSLA, MSFT, AMZN, Meta, AMD, GOOGL. One click and the page refetches for NVIDIA. The URL updates to chart/NVIDIA, the candles redraw, and every overlay re-anchors to the new symbol. Past the quick picks, a compare input. Type a second ticker and a second series overlays the chart so you can see relative performance, for example, NVIDIA against SMH, or coin against BTC. A small X button removes the comparison. Look for a small badge near the symbol that shows the current pattern's historical base rate. The hover tooltip reads, across X historical analogs of this pattern, Y% closed positive 5 trading days later, with a median return of Z%. That's the pattern's engine running silently in the background and surfacing a one-line summary right beside the symbol you're studying. Below the symbol row is the timeframe selector. 6 options, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 1D for daily. Five-minute pulls roughly 5 days of intraday history. One hour pulls 30 days. Notice how the candle density and the time frame of the studies all rescale together. Daily fetches the full available daily history, usually a year or more, depending on the symbol. Use this view for swing structure, multi-month support and resistance, and earnings cycle context. Back to 5-minute for the rest of the walkthrough. Your selection persists in local storage, so the chart opens to the timeframe you used last. Now the long row of study toggles. Each one is independent and persists across sessions. Let me walk through every toggle, what it draws, and when to use it. VWAP, the volume-weighted average price for the current intraday session. On by default. The dashed line on the chart is your reference for whether buyers or sellers are in control today. EMA 9 and EMA 20, the 9 and 20 period exponential moving averages. Let me toggle them on. Two new lines appear on the chart. Together these are a classic short-term trend filter, price above both, uptrend, below both, downtrend, in between, chop. SR, support and resistance. The engine detects key historical levels where price has reversed and draws them as horizontal lines. Soft horizontal levels render across the chart. These are the soft floors and ceilings, where the engine has seen price respond before. TL, Trendlines. The engine detects diagonal price channels and projects them forward. Use these for breakout and breakdown anticipation. Raindrop, instead of a candle, each parent bar shows the sub-resolution volume distribution inside it. For a 5-minute bar, the engine pulls the 12 buckets of 1-minute volume that built it. You can see whether volume came in early in the bar, late, or spread across, a microstructure red most charting software hides. Let me toggle it back off so the standard candles return. Anchored VWAP, a click-to-drop tool. Click the button, the chart enters AVWAP drop mode, then click any bar on the chart. A new VWAP is drawn anchored to whatever bar you pick. Drop one from the day's open. Drop another from the latest gap up. Drop a third from yesterday's close. Each becomes a separate dashed line. The label shows how many anchors you've placed. Events, overlays news and SEC filing markers as small dots on the chart. Hover any to see the headline or filing description. The most useful overlay for seeing whether a price move had a catalyst behind it. VPVR, Volume Profile Visible Range. A horizontal histogram on the right side of the chart showing volume traded at each price level. Three reference lines render alongside the histogram. POC, the point of control where the most volume traded, VAH, value area high, and VAL, value area low. The price zone between VAL and VAH is where 70% of session volume happened, the consensus value. MTFA, Multi-Timeframe RSI. Shows the RSI of the next higher timeframe alongside your current. If you're on 5-minute and RSI is showing 55, but the MTFA 15-minute RSI is 80, the higher timeframe is overbought even though the lower one looks neutral. Useful for avoiding fake-out trades. BB, Bollinger Bands. 20-period moving average with bands at 2 standard deviations. Classic mean reversion overlay. Heikin-Ashi candles. Replaces the standard candles with smoothed Heikin-Ashi candles that filter out noise and show trend more clearly. Trend reads cleaner immediately. Toggle off when you want honest price action back. Fib, Auto-Fibonacci retracement. The engine detects the most recent significant swing high and low and draws Fibonacci retracement levels, 23.6, 38.2, 50, 61.8, 78%, across the chart automatically. One or two or three are risk multiples. If the detected setup has an entry and stop, the engine draws horizontal bands at 1R, 2R, and 3R above entry, your target levels expressed in risk units. Useful for planning where to take partial profits. AI Lens overlays the 30-minute price forecast you saw on the AI Lens page directly on this chart. Shows the mean forecast as semi-transparent candles and the confidence band as a soft-colored envelope. This is gated behind elite tier. Non-elite users see a star badge instead of the toggle. Spotted overlays past scanner signals on this symbol as small markers on the chart. Hover any marker to see which scanner fired, when, and at what price. Use this to see the chart through the eyes of the scanner. When it called this stock interesting, did the price actually move? MACD opens the indicator stack pane below the main chart. The stack includes MACD with histogram, stochastic oscillator, and on-balance volume. These are bottom-of chart oscillators that don't overlay on price but reveal momentum and accumulation patterns. To the right of the Studies row is the Drawing Tools drop-down. 4 options: Off, Trendline, Rectangle, and Ruler. Pick one and the chart enters Click to Draw mode. Trendline, click 2 points on the chart, a line is drawn connecting them. Rectangle, click 2 corners to draw a price and time box. Ruler, click 2 points and a label appears showing the price delta, the percent change, and the time elapsed between them. Once you have drawings, the clear button next to the drop-down wipes all manual drawings at once. Next to clear is a Trendline Alert button. Click it and the chart snapshots the current values of the auto-detected resistance and support lines, then watches the price. When price crosses either line, an alert fires. Useful for setting walkaway alerts on the breakout or breakdown setups you've identified but don't want to babysit. On the right side of the toolbar, the Explain button. This is the most powerful single feature on the page. Click it and the engine runs the current chart through the pattern's similarity engine, finds the closest historical analogs, and writes a plain English narrative read of what the chart is showing and what those analogs did next. A side panel slides in with the narrative. It cites specific analogs by date. For example, this chart pattern is most similar to Apple in March 2024, Nvidia in November 2023, and SPY in July 2022. Across those analogs, the median 5-day forward return was plus 2.1%. Below the headline red are sections for the current setup, the historical comparables, and the watch conditions, what to look for next to confirm or invalidate the read. There's also a deeper read button that triggers a longer narrative if the headline left you wanting more, and a refresh button to rerun the analysis. Below the chart itself is the full setup intelligence panel, the same one you see on the scanner, the dashboard, and options flow. Confidence band, engine convergence row, evidence, contradictions, analogs, watch conditions, plus the teach, reveal, and glossary toggles. This panel updates in sync with the symbol you're charting, so you can read the explanation layer right beside the candles. Every study toggle, every timeframe selection, your last viewed symbol, your last comparison ticker, all persisted in local storage. Open the page tomorrow and your studies are still on, your timeframe is still picked, your drawings are still drawn. Charts is the only page on the platform that fully remembers your visual state. Four patterns for the standalone chart page. First, the deep dive. When a scanner row catches your eye, open the symbol in the standalone chart page in a new tab. The side panel chart is for triage, the standalone is for study. Turn on every relevant overlay, VWAP, AVWAP from the Open, SR, events, and read the chart with full context. Second, the catalyst confirm. Toggle events on. If the price move you're looking at has a news or an SEC filing right at the candle in question, the move had a catalyst. If it doesn't, the move is technical, different trade thesis. Third, the analog red. Use explain on any setup before you trade it. The narrative gives you base rates, watch conditions, and the closest historical comparables. It's the only one-click way to get pattern engine confirmation without leaving the chart. Fourth, the AVWAP anchor sweep. Drop anchors at the major recent inflections, the morning open, yesterday's close, the latest gap, the most recent earnings date. The resulting lines become your reference rails. Most of the day's price action will respect or reject them, that respect or rejection is your edge. Honest limits. Raindrop is unavailable on 1 minute and 1D timeframes. There's no useful sub-resolution to break those into. AI Lens Overlay is elite tier only. Comparison Overlay supports one symbol at a time. Drawing tools are session-bound to the symbol, switch tickers and your drawings clear. On mobile, the toolbar collapses to a horizontally scrolling row. Every toggle is still reachable. The drawing drop-down is the standard mobile select. The Explain panel slides in from the bottom as a full-screen sheet rather than the side. Charts on mobile is usable but cramped, you'll be more comfortable on desktop. That's the standalone chart page. Pick a symbol. Pick a time frame. Turn on the overlays that matter to your style. Drop AVWAP anchors at the inflections you care about. Click Explain to get the engine's read on the pattern. And remember the layering principle, every overlay you add is a question you can answer about the chart. Turn on the ones whose answers will change your trade. Leave the rest off.